I've been teaching French for a while now, and there's one pattern I see over and over again. Learners blame the wrong thing. I can't understand spoken French. I don't know enough words. I can't learn French. I'm too old. I can't get better at speaking. I have no one to talk to. It sounds logical. I've done it myself. I used to say, I don't speak Spanish. I had a bad teacher. It feels like that has to be the reason. But that's not the real problem. So if spoken French still feels impossible, it's probably not for the reason you think. If you've been learning French for years, you already know enough French to understand fast spoken French. Yes, enough. The thing is, listening is not a talent, it's a skill. And if you don't train a skill, it doesn't improve. So if you think you can't understand spoken French because you're bad at listening, the problem is simply a lack of listening practice. And yes, maybe you've been listening to countless hours of French, hoping that one day it will just start making sense. For some learners, it works. For most, it doesn't, because exposure is not the same as training. Watching football from your couch doesn't make you a better player. Passive listening alone doesn't build strong listening skills. Most learners consume French content, but very few actually train their listening. And that's the difference. Training your listening is not about listening more. It's about teaching your brain how to decode what you hear, to go from sounds to words to meaning. At the beginning, it feels slow. It takes effort. It's like when you try to push a car. At first, it feels difficult, almost impossible. You push, and it barely moves. But once it starts rolling, something changes. It gets easier. And as the car gains momentum, pushing it starts feeling effortless. Listening works the same way. At the beginning, it feels hard. But once you start training your ear the right way, understanding spoken French starts becoming easier much faster than most learners expect. But only if you keep pushing long enough to build momentum.